What's good, YouTube? I've been telling y'all this for the longest. Storms are going to be getting more dangerous. Um, I've been saying this. I've been saying this for a long time. Anybody out there that knows me knows that I have been saying this. So y'all need to prepare. And like I said in the last video, realize, realize. Um, they make weather, y'all. We don't know the actual names of them. We just got names of like things like the HARP. The 5G plays a role in some things, but there's other things at play that we are not aware of. And once again, like TNT Life said, well, we can't do nothing about it. He's absolutely right. But you can do something about it to help the people. You can prepare, help the people prepare. How do you help somebody prepare? Well, first of all, have a plan B. I've always said when I was a young buck, I want to see a tornado. I want to see a tornado until I seen a tornado and the damage that it causes. I told y'all I was watching the episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Okay, that came out in the '80s. I ain't talking about Star Trek with William Shatner. I'm talking about with Jean-Luc Picard or Patrick Stewart. Jean-Luc Picard was his character name. But they had an episode in there where he was talking about this. Once again, this was the '80s. He was talking about, so they have a device that they can put a storm down anywhere, a tornado, hurricane, make earthquakes happen. I'm gonna leave that one alone. So with that being said, I want all of y'all to know that I was giving y'all this advice. I was giving y'all this advice. Other guys like Big Bayday, he was spreading the message as well. Much love to Big Bayday. Salute, big homie. Y'all ain't subscribed to Big Bayday, go ahead and subscribe to him. Great content. Go on and subscribe to Big Game James as well. He got some content for y'all. But back to what I was speaking on. You need a plan B. And a plan B does not mean you need to be a millionaire to have a plan B. A plan B means what are you going to do in the event of an emergency? First thing first, how are you going to get out of what you are in? Depends on what you are in. We are speaking on storms. If you have the money, I've always said when I was a youngster, like I said, it would be awesome to build an underground shelter. That was my first thing. I was in school, I always thought of underground shelter because they used to make us run out in the hallway and during tornado drill. We had tornado drills. When the alarm went off, it was different from the regular fire alarm. We had to all go out single file, which would never work because we all be running in panic. But they wanted to train us to go out in single file. Once again, it will not work because the teachers and staff that was giving these instructions was going to be running in panic as well. You on your own. To each his man, we out. Every man for himself. That's exactly what would go down in the event of one of these tornadoes. So running out in the hallway, everybody get down, bend down, put your hands over your head, and they had us lean up against the lockers, our heads against the lockers. First thing first, the ceiling gonna come down and crack your spine. If we was running in panic, we'd be running into each other, people be knocked out, head collisions, be concussions, and land on the floor. That's even more worse. So back then I said, wow, if one of these touched home, we need to be underground. I always knew underground in the event of a tornado. That's what basements was built for. Your basement was actually a bug out area for a storm. That's why they call it storm cellar. Did y'all know that? A storm cellar. Go on and put that food down on the shelf in a storm cellar. Yes, you could store your food. My grandmother stored canned goods, coffee, big cans of sugar, big cans of coffee, flour, pepper. The list goes on. She had these big aluminum cans down there with the lids you take off. 5-gallon cans full of everything I just told you. And the storm cellar had shelves and she had all her canned goods back there. And my grandfather worked in the mill and all that stuff was in there. And for years, they called this the storm cellar. My grandmother asked me one time, I don't know what made her ask me this, but I think she knew there was something different about me because I used to do things the average kid didn't do and probably couldn't do. I would sit on the floor and my aunt would play with paper cutout dolls. She would cut the people out of newspaper ads and cut the houses out and make me play house with her with these cutouts, and I would use my fingers and cut instead of the scissors and cut the people all out perfect all around the fingers and everything, the cars, and it would be just as perfect as it was with the scissors. My grandmother said, boy, I used to sit on the floor, y'all, and read in the dark. My grandmother told me don't ever do that. Don't do that to your eyes, y'all. Listen to me. My eyesight is keen, perfect. 2020. So she had a storm shelter that was after the kitchen. Storm shelter. But she called it the storm cellar. And when I do the math, she actually had 3 storm cellars because the bathroom was actually underground. The laundry room was next to the bathroom. You could literally stand up and then go to washer. That was a storm cellar with an exit door. It was underground. The door wasn't, but part of that was underground. Well, where would you go at to be fully underground? You would just stay over in the bathroom, or you would come out of the bathroom, go in the kitchen, and turn. You just come out of the kitchen, turn left, and go around the stove and go back into the storm cellar, and you step down and you in it. Storm cellar. So what I would do is have a storm cellar. I always said something to protect me from the elements that's going to be going cuckoo up above. You know, so I can survive and then come out and see what's going on up above. Y'all, and I want to say this. It is very important because they are controlling the weather. We cannot pass up the fact that they run this. It's their system, they created it, we just live in it. We got to function in it. And I told y'all with me, it is what it is. The weather, yes, y'all, they make it. Y'all don't believe it, to each his own. They taught us what Tornado Valley was. Oklahoma, Kansas. All out wet. Y'all, listen. Down south, hurricane. No, y'all. They can make things happen wherever they want. All they got to do is do what they do to make these things come. Did y'all ever notice that they getting closer and closer? And not only closer and closer with these storms, but did y'all ever catch on to the fact that the storms have gotten stronger? Now they perfecting these weapons of mass destruction. That's what the guy in Star Trek said. Weapons of mass destruction. They have a weapon of mass destruction that can destroy all these people on this planet with the push of a button. And then things go and then they create tornadoes. Well, y'all, they do that. Well, why would they do that? Well, let me see. You got to go buy wood. You got to go buy lumber. You got to go buy sandbags. You got to go buy salt for snowstorms. That generates money. Okay? They looking down for wherever they looking in the exhibit, and we're in the exhibit. We're under the dome, and they're watching and learning how we maneuver. Even goes with your doctors. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning. Why do I got to call you? Why don't you just give me something to end it all? You can, but you won't because you'll lose money. So y'all have a plan B. This coming summer, strike storms, high winds. Just experienced a tree knocking down the power line directly across the street. Knocked my line completely off the house. Without power for a whole day. A whole day. Could I manage? Absolutely. Should I have to deal with that? No. You know, they come, they don't care. They come, move a tree out of the way, get the wire up, put the trees across the street, then put half of the debris on your property. You clean it up. You clean that up. You cut it. You could have put it across the street. No, you put some out on my lawn. Now I got to go out and touch a tree that I don't want to touch. Who knows what y'all spraying these trees nowadays. Just making us sick. Anyway, all y'all be ready. Have a plan B. Storm's going to get crazy this summer. Nobody gets scared. You ain't got to tuck tail and cry. Just tuck and muscle up and boot up. Because it's going to be real this summer. Y'all thought y'all seen some storms? Oh, they done upgraded their weaponry. It's not to protect you. It is not to save you. It's going to interrupt your daily life. Just be ready and have a plan B. Because we can't do nothing about it. We under the dome, y'all. We under the dome. No matter where you at in the world. We in Tornado Valley. We all in Tornado Valley. If they might feel like making one touchdown there. I was told when we was younger, it's too many trees. The storm ain't going to pick up the winter. Fall back with that. Fall back with that. When I was young, I wasn't young, but I was young. I watched a tornado bounce through come off a hill, come down and miss my grandmother's house and make a path and go straight down and then it disappeared and went up in the air. So if it would have sat and hovered, it was over. Did the trees slow it down? Maybe. Maybe. Let me give y'all a little tip. A lot of y'all think that a tornado, and I'm tired of hearing this. They say things like, tornado sucked you up or something. No. Take you a jar. We'll put water in it, put dish liquid in it. Spin it, shake the jar, and watch the chemicals and the dish liquid flow downward. Now do it the opposite way. Whether y'all believe it or not, a tornado, I don't care what scientists tell y'all this, a tornado spins the opposite way. That's why when it comes to your house, boom, it blows it out of the way. Tornado don't suck you up. It looks like a funnel. Oh, it's going to suck up. No, a tornado was pushing everything away in its path. So it's like the big bully of the sky. Boom, get out of the way. It would rip it didn't suck your roof off. It blew your roof off. It's all that air and wind. And well, how come it sucked me up when the movie showed them sucking, they getting pulled and they made it? Yes, that's just the winds outside doing their thing. But now I'm hearing that they can make the tornado spin whatever way they want. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Trey 57. Gonna keep bringing it to y'all when I'm feeling it, and I'm feeling it now. It ain't got nothing to do with what's in this glass, which is apple juice. Don't judge me. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Prepare. Get yourself some shelter if you can afford it. And if not, reinforce your basement if you have one. Go on down, take a few items down there. If you got moisture in your basement, you don't want to keep nothing down there. Get it wrapped up, airtight. Don't let nothing get in it. Keep it up high off the floor for moisture. That way you got some backup food, a crowbar, a sledgehammer, a power saw, and a axe in case you got to get your way up out of there. And make sure you take yourself some weaponry down there. Because when you come up out of your establishment, you might have some goons up in there looting and robbing. Everybody hungry, but once again, this is mine. I come up here, y'all about to put it down. If I feel like giving you something, then I will. I got a good heart. I'll help feed the needy. But I'm in need too because now my house is gone. I love y'all. Stay blessed. Y'all talk about the realest. I'm one of them. You done heard it here. Holler at your boy.